All right, now I'll be real. I actually addressed a little bit of this subject before with my co-host Sam, but I think we just like just dabbled in on this subject.
Yeah.
We haven't really went
Into
like
depth about it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, and you and I talk behind the scenes a little bit on it.
Just
So,
a little, yeah.
Yeah. So I actually do want to know your opinion on this, and the reason why I kind of want to talk about this, because I remember, because you actually are a fan of this project, this podcast.
Yeah.
The I am athlete.
Yeah.
When Channing came back and he was saying like, why can I be be vulnerable with you guys the same way I talk to my wife and etc. Why can't I do that with y'all?
Yeah.
Why do you think men can't be vulnerable with each other?
Okay, cool. So I'm going to use my personal experience.
Let's go.
I'm the oldest of 13. I'm 22. I'm the oldest of 13. I'm not.
Wait, whoa.
Yeah.
13 children?
13. Yeah. I'm the oldest of 13.
Wow.
So my pops be doing the thing. You know what I'm saying? So.
Now I wasn't judged, but I ain't expecting to say that part after that.
So me being the oldest of 13, so obviously I came to maturity before all of my siblings and whatnot, and throughout my 22
you're
years,
big brother.
yeah, throughout my 22 years of living, I've never seen my dad vulnerable with anybody, like any of his friends or whatnot. And growing up, the first person you want to be like is your pops,
right?
Or the first person you don't want to be like is your pops,
right?
So I got caught in the crosshairs of wanting to be my dad.
Well, either that or there's some characteristic that you do or don't want to be.
Yeah, so I got caught in the crosshairs where I'm like, I want to be my dad, but in the same token of breath, I don't want to be my pops. And with that, I've suffered that even with my closest friends or even people that I love, truly care about, it's hard to open up to them because I'm like, being the oldest of 13 and whatnot, and being the person in my family who's had the most success so far in life, I'm everybody's problem solver. How can the problem solver bring their problems to someone else when I'm supposed to have all the answers?
Right.
So that made it hard for me to just be vulnerable to my friends, to my shorty and stuff like that. It just weighs down on you, and especially when my siblings, my parents, people look at me and they're like, man, Travis got it going. Travis is in a pretty good spot. He's doing pretty well. So when do I have that time or that opportunity to be vulnerable? So that's my personal experience with it.
Well, let me ask you this: have anybody, and by anybody I mean like, well, but before I even say that, like, how big is your circle? Well, how big do you think your circle is as far as your niggas, your bros, your guys?
Man, not too many to be honest, cause not too many, bro. It's not too many of y'all. I consider you. I consider one of my closest friends. I'd never give him a kidney though if you needed one. My dog Adam.
God damn.
I call him Turbo. Yeah, I love Turbo to death, but he ain't getting a kidney out of me. Short Dog, my dog Raul, Carl. So I'd pretty much say after that, Dula. After that, I'd really say that's it. And even with all of y'all, some of y'all I truly care about, love to death, but I don't speak to y'all as often. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be guilty of that, and I'll ask you this too, and I'll definitely I'll definitely take the fall for this too, because I do feel bad about this as well. How often do you think? How often do any of these guys reach out to you and check on your well-being?
I'd say Turbo, we talk every day. Me and Turbo, one, we neighbors, two, same school, same major, same job, literally. So me and Turbo, you know what I'm saying, we sandbox days together. Like, that's how it is with us too. I say Daniel, now that Daniel's doing a little Short Dog Daniel, now he's doing a little bit more reaching out, trying to find himself. I'd say every now and then it's a little bit on and off. I'd say Carl, our age difference and our life experiences are kind of so far apart that we don't talk as much as we should. But that boy know I got love for him. Dula, he doing great. He in the Air Force right now. So, you know what I'm saying, he up in Jersey doing his thing, up in Jersey, DC. He doing his thing, so I'm just like, I know my nigga good. So I just check in with them periodically. Raul, same thing with Raul. Check in with him periodically. But I say the only person I talk to in you know, check in periodically. Right. I'd say the person I talk to
I think there were like 1 or 2 times I actually tried to hit y'all to check on you. And I think either your mom or some woman answered.
My sister, you get
she answered
my
for
sister.
you.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shoot, my bad. And she was like, nah, he's actually around here somewhere.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, wrong number. Like,
yeah, he's in my system, my shorty.
yeah, I was trying to check on you though,
Yeah.
but I was like, I don't know whether to call this number again or not, or the DM or not. Like, 'cause I didn't know whether to hit you up back or not. But either way, I was trying to check on you.
Yeah, appreciate it, fam.
Yeah.
And I say Alan is the person I talk to the most on a day-to-day basis. So,
But I do feel bad for not trying to check on
oh
you.
nah, fam. It's all good. It's all good. And even with Turbo, we talk so much, and we do a lot of joking, a lot of business planning, stuff like that, planning together. But we never really talk in depth about our emotions, because he grew up in Asian community. I grew up in Asian community.
Mhm.
Why bring my emotional problems to another man? Why would I do that?
And it's funny you say that too, because the reason why I asked you that, because I feel, well, but prior to COVID especially,
Yeah.
I feel like I had a lot, I wouldn't say a lot, but a good amount of guy friends that I considered bros, the homies.
Yeah.
That's my niggas, that's the bros. And especially once COVID hit, that like simmered down.
Yeah.
Not there, like maybe there's like 2 female friends that I considered close.
Yeah.
But as time progressed, like I have like 3 best friends.
Yeah.
And 2 out of 3 of them
Yeah.
are those 2 women that I just mentioned.
Okay.
And to be honest, and one of the 3, who's the guy friend,
Yeah.
I've known the longest. I've known since I was toothless.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I feel like I'm the closest with the 2 females.
Cause as men, it's kind of hard to connect with another man on that level. Cause you like, you get machismo. You're like, why do I want to share those type of feelings with another man? Especially with me being more in tune with my emotions or whatnot. Sometimes if I start unraveling my things, like what I'm going through to you, I might start crying.
Right.
Like, I don't want to cry in front of another man.
Right.
Even
when I think about it, he's like, bro, don't cry.
Yeah,
don't
like
cry.
even when.
And
like,
look, there's nothing wrong with crying.
Yeah,
Like, if you need to cry,
nothing.
cool.
If you
I'm not.
gotta
Trust me, I'm not about to be like, bro, if you cry, I'll cry with you. I'm not about to do that. But if you need to cry, let it out.
Yeah, and with that, it's like I'd rather not cry in front of another man. It's kind of weird. Nothing wrong with it, because I believe you got to go through that emotion. You got to feel it to make sure that you never want to feel it again. So go through your emotions, go through your progressions.
Because you don't want to be like, see, this is why I don't express myself.
Yeah, so you got to go through emotions and whatnot. So that's one of the aspects. I don't have any women best friends. I don't do it.
Honestly, I'm shocked that I have like more female best friends than guy best friends.
Nah.
Like I try to like the guy friends that I thought would be my best friends.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like they did something messed up.
Yeah, ain't no love to
say
it. You just don't tap in like that with them.
Yeah, but at the same time, like I try hitting them up. Either they quote unquote too busy or they just don't answer. And I try to see what's going on, and I go on their social media and they doing and they posting.
They doing pretty well. So you just
I'm like, my nigga, look, like I'm not blowing your phone up like crazy, but am I an annoyance to you or something? Like
that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
But at the same time, it's like I'm talking to her old girl about like what I'm dealing with. She talking about what she dealing with. I'm there for her. She there for me. It's like why is it not with your niggas?
Again, I feel like I can only use my personal experience. Not having my father do those type of things, I always was like, okay, then I can't do it either. And I'm looking at it from, I'm 22 versus when my dad was 22. And I'm like, kind of taking a little bit of your recipe, I made a way better meal than you ever had or ever could have made.
Do you think a part of that is because like different eras?
I'd say definitely. With my parents being
and lifestyle too.
Definitely with my parents being immigrants or whatnot, coming in the '90s, going to Miami. Yeah.
Oh dang, that I know that was rough.
Yeah.
Rough.
Yeah. So definitely, I would say that definitely happened. But I'm still chalking it up to not seeing any of my role models, any of my father figures, have a group of guys that they could have those conversations with. I never wanted to do it either. Like, I was just like, whatever little pain comes, whatever little emotional or mental thing I'm going through, I'll be alright. As long as I'm okay physically I'm always gonna be at a 10. So I'm like, as long as I can walk, breathe, I'll be alright.
Yeah.
And it does hurt because being the person that's always there for other people, I realize that you gotta give those people the same opportunity to be there for you, so those people could feel like they're adding value to your life.
Because the funny thing about, because you keep bringing up that basically the narrative. Well, I don't want to say narrative, but you keep pointing out that you're pretty much the strong friend, the person that people keep going to.
Exactly.
Like, the strong friend needs someone to go to.
Like my siblings, like, and the image I try to paint for my siblings, I'm like, look, y'all could call me anytime for anything, but I don't just want y'all to keep calling me about money. Like, I understand that if you're having money issues or you have any type of trouble in your life or whatever it is, I understand I'm the key, I'm the answer, I'm always gonna come through. That's just something about me. But I want my brothers, cause Sean, he's going to college. We at college right now doing this football camp. That boy came out like that's my son. That boy came out of my left nutsack, my left nut. That boy came out of there. So I want them to understand that you can always call me, even if it's just to talk, just to tell me how you feeling emotionally, where you at, how you feeling mentally. So that's a picture I'm trying to paint for my siblings. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. After that, because I don't want my brothers to be 22, 23, finally figuring out like I can be emotionally vulnerable with other men or with other women. Like, I want them to understand that they gotta have healthy releases, healthy coping mechanisms.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Well, not even just that. Back to the strong friend thing is like, cause again, like, cause I feel like I've been like the strong friend for some people too. Like the female friends.
Yeah.
Like,
definitely.
I like that's the strong, like, burden sometimes, man. Like, I'm dealing with stuff too, man. Like. Check on me, my nigga. There was a while before I came back to podcasting. I was MIA. I wasn't posting nothing on IG. I wasn't posting nothing on Snapchat. And no, I wasn't trying to do anything. The reason why I'm still on Snapchat for real, just to check on any classmates that I graduated from high school. I'm not posting for real. I know Snapchat is for the kids. I get it.
For the kids and the freaks. That's the only two.
Hey, and I know neither. Okay, now I'm not. I know a few, but they don't care for me. But besides,
don't care for me.
Hey, I'm the friend zone nigga. But besides that, but nobody ever asks, yo, is Rodney okay? Where is? I haven't seen her from him in a minute. I used to do like a stuff talk session thing on Snapchat for like a while.
Cause you never really was the type to post on IG to begin with, so
right. Like, unless it was about the show.
Yeah, so you never really post on IG, so I can say people who just know you from social media would be like, he don't. At least Instagram, they'll be like, he don't really post anyway, so we don't know if. And
honestly, I want to do more. Yeah. I do. It's just I'm a very private person. Like I've said. I can respect it. And I want to be a little bit more. I've done like I'm the most active on Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, I'm the most active on there. And even that's.
I'll take IG over Twitter.
Well, I share my personality the most on Twitter. Especially if I'm on. I've been doing spaces lately, so.
Man, I haven't even used that feature yet. I don't even tweet no more, bro. I haven't tweeted like I think over a year.
Well, nowadays like I barely tweet unless an event's going on. But if I'm doing spaces, that's why I can talk. And once I talk, this is what I do. This is what I do. I'm about to get on Clubhouse once I get my new phone situation together.
Clubhouse still going on?
That's more for my podcast.
I'm about to say, I thought all the scammers, I thought they stopped doing that.
Well, look, that's more for my podcast stuff, because like shout out to Ashley, Black Girl Interrupted. Go check that podcast. So I will be going back on that podcast.
Doing that.
Appreciate it. Appreciate you, Miss Ashley. I will be going back on this soon next week. Happy early birthday too. Our birthday coming up, my nigga. Our birthday's coming up, my nigga. Yeah. And happy birthday, Tupac. Tupac, his birthday coming up. Yeah, his birthday's right after mine.
You had me there. But alright.
What do you mean alright? What do you mean alright?
I'm not gonna come on your show, disrespect your goat, so
No, he's not. Look,
I ain't gonna say nothing.
he's not in my top, but like, that's a legend in hip hop culture. I'm not gonna ever disrespect a hip hop legend. He's not in my top 5, but he has classic music, and he's been a legend in the black community.
Okay.
So we might have to talk after, because I gotta see what your beef is for.
Oh, I ain't no personal beef.
He's not one of your favorite rappers.
I'm gonna look at it like this. Besides the music aspect,
we gonna get back to vulnerability for a second.
Yeah.
I just want to hear his point.
Besides the music aspect, which he probably made some phenomenal songs. I don't really listen to him.
Okay.
What else could he did that make him qualify as legend?
Well, the thing that he's done for the black community.
What has he done for the black community?
Well, hey, I'm too young to say. Well, besides the interviews with when he's I'm on the phone and knocking on the door, the song would Keep Your Head Up.
So he's just made great music.
Well, influential, impactful music.
Okay.
Hey, sometimes less is more. And sometimes it sucks.
I agree with that, especially when it comes to dating. Especially when you get to meet somebody. So
Yeah,
I agree with that.
and it sucks. But before you can even go, when you die, when you at your peak, before you can even do more, you're gone.
Yeah.
You're like, oh shoot, Pac about to really blow up, because he's really making some music now. Like he died. I think he died at 25.
Yeah.
I think. And he was making some hits like I Get Around, Bloody Mary, a couple other songs that I can't think of at the moment, but like Pac and Bit, they made hits, my nigga.
Yeah.
So like I understand he's not your cup of tea. Understand, but I'm not about to like turn down. You be like, nigga, you crazy.
Because I don't really look at what can I say? I don't really look at rappers or
as idols,
singers. I definitely don't. More so in the aspect, because I'm like, if I'm gonna call somebody legendary, for example, let's use Chad Johnson. I want somebody who's hands-on, active in the community. You know what I'm saying?
And I think Pac was at the time. Somebody that knows more about Pac can tell you instead of me. I'm young. I haven't done that much. I'm more. I could say maybe a little bit more about Kendrick and the Coles than the Pacs and the Bigs. I was born before they died.
All right, cool.
So I can't really say much.
All right, cool.
Like it's like talking about who the king of New York. I can't say that. I'm from New Orleans.
That's a different conversation.
Yeah.
But we can go back to the important conversation.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Yeah. R.I.P. Pac though. But continue.
What was that? Yeah, man. The reason why men don't want to feel vulnerable to other men, I guess, in a friend group, it makes you less of a man, which is insane. But thinking about it from my perspective,
I think that's like an old school mentality.
It really is. Again, it really is. For example, all of mine stem from not seeing any of my uncles, which I don't like that much, or my dad sit around and sing anything. For example, I think it was like 2012, 2011, one of my little brothers died. Like,
my condolences, man.
It's all good. Like, I think like 2 weeks or like a month after birth or whatever. I didn't even see my pop's dad. Like, he didn't even go through that. He didn't even show us he's going through that motion. I'm talking about, like, the first night it happened, Buddy was like, I think he was, like, in his car or whatever. And then when he came inside, the next day, he was back to business as it is. And my pops is already a man of very few words. So I'm like, so everybody just don't walk around like, Buddy ain't just died? Or, like, y'all two are his parents. Everybody straight?
Yeah, it's the same thing with my dad, because he lost his mom last year in September.
Yeah.
And
it's nice to your family.
Yeah,
man.
Appreciate it. He used to take her to her dialysis for like 5-6 straight years. Like for me, like I think I told you before, I used to take care of my grandmother for like 7 years. Like for 7 years. Because she used to live with us.
Yeah.
Dad was the same thing with her, but the difference was he used to drive to her.
Yeah.
And he used to take her to the dialysis and stuff. Like, every time she called, he'd go straight to her, etc. And plus, just like you, but back in the day, he had like 7 other siblings, 8 other siblings. Yeah. And everybody, well, not everybody, but everybody was taking their turn to take care of him. But he was like one of the go-tos.
Yeah.
And when she died, I didn't see him cry. Mom said he did, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, but for example, in my case, I'd wish my dad showed us that emotion so I can understand, like, you cried in front of me and you the head of the family.
Right.
That means I can cry in front of them. I can cry in front of my friends.
Right.
And still show them that I'm a leader. But since my pops never gave me the opportunity to experience that, to witness that, I feel like later in my life, besides now at 22, because now I know better, I feel like going through that progression from 2011, 2012 up to like 2019 and 2020, I didn't have any sense of wanting to feel vulnerable with other people. And it's healthy to feel vulnerable with other people.
Now what's your full race and ethnicity?
I was born and raised in Miami. But before me, everybody else is from Haiti. Born, raised in Haiti and whatnot. So yeah.
Okay, so
I'm Haitian. So that's
okay, cool. But so you have black, half Asian.
You know, I'm not gonna say the half black, half Haitian thing because it's kind of awkward to say.
Look,
I never
if I'm getting it wrong, I apologize.
Because both of my mom and dad both are from Haiti, so I'd say I'm 100% Haitian. I just happen to be born in the States.
Okay.
So I see that.
Well, at the end, it's confusing whether or not if African American is
like half black. Because you can only be half black, half.
We gonna have that discussion one day.
Yeah, half black, half white. When you got a white mom, a black dad, then you have half. But I think with me being both parents Haitian, I'm just full Haitian.
I'm black. There's nothing mixed about me.
But the reason be a Yang guy.
Yeah, but the reason why I asked that because like we as black people, we as niggas.
Yeah.
Like my dad was born and raised in the Ivyville projects.
Alright, cool.
Like he's moved around in the Ninth Ward, like in like the lower levels of New Orleans.
Yeah.
So and Donsonville. So like we're from that to the Army.
Yeah.
And he's been in the Army for 33 years. So
he was.
Yeah. So he's already had. And I'm not saying he was like tough as like a boulder pebbles or he never showed us love, but at the same time, like you could see why every time you seen him, he was a little bit intimidating.
Yeah, I would say that when you say show us love, I'll say my pops didn't even show us love, to be honest. Like, I'm not gonna downplay that as the reason why, but I've never really, to be honest, come to think of it, I don't think my pops ever told me he loved me. Like, he might have said it when I was a kid or whatever, but like, I'd say once I turned 12 through 22, I've never heard my pops once say he loved me. Now,
did he ever show it to you?
In a Haitian household, showing love, especially to your boys, is do you have clothes? You have food? You went to school? Can I afford your extracurricular activity? If I can't, then you understand that I wish I could.
I didn't mean it like that. That's the stuff. Nah, that's the I don't want to make it sound like you had to, but that's the mandatory stuff. Is like as a dad, that's like you gotta make sure you take care of your kids.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like stuff like you're doing pretty good for yourself. Like
Nah, fam. It was more like.
And the reason why I'm saying is like your dad's showing you like he's proud of you.
No, I always. In my head, I always knew my dad was proud of me because in the Haitian just entire Haitian environment, Haitian household, every single one, they're like, here's what African Americans are doing, here's what Haitian kids are doing. Since I wasn't doing what African American kids were doing, I automatically assumed my dad was proud of me.
Right.
Because, yeah, I had a little bit of legal trouble here and there, but it wasn't as bad as the kids in my neighborhood.
Correct.
So I was like, okay, I graduated high school, which was, everybody should graduate high school, at least, please, if you can.
Right.
So I'm like, okay,
shout out to everybody that's graduated high school and college.
Shout out to y'all, class of 2021.
Happy for 2021, 2020, 2019, back and everything. All the future graduates too, including us. So root for everybody.
Yeah. So I was assuming my dad.
If I jinxed anybody, I'm sorry.
I always just assumed that my pops was proud of me. He never really told me I'm proud of you either. Like things like that.
Assuming is one thing, man.
So I just grew up just going my entire life just pretty much from when I can remember 12 through 22. Like, okay, I guess my dad's proud of me. I guess he loved me because he took care of me my entire life until I moved out, yada yada. So I guess, but hearing my dad actually come to me and be like, Travis, I love you, and just walk away, nah. Hearing my dad say, Travis, I'm proud of you, and walk away, nah, never heard that shit.
Nah, that's gotta suck. Like I don't want to sound like this, but I damn that I don't know what to say after that. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Man.
I mean, yeah, my kids and my siblings will never go to them because now and then I probably seem like that big ass annoying older brother. I'll be texting, I'll be like Alex and Sean because I got them both in the group there. Mm-hmm. I'll be like, proud of y'all, love y'all, and then just don't reply to whatever else they say because whatever. My sister, I text her like, I love you, and then don't reply to whatever she said. But because I want them to understand that every day that I acknowledge their small wins, because those small wins are so hard to get sometimes.
Right.
So I want them to understand that I acknowledge their small wins. I've seen it, and I'm proud of them. Yeah, whatever the case is. But I never had that. So, and I don't fault my dad for it because I guess where he came from in Haiti, his pops didn't show it to him, and it goes a long line. But man, my kids would never, ever go through that. But like I said, though.
But the last thing you want is your kids to feel like no matter what they do, it's not good enough.
Yeah, and my dad, and this is one of the things I hate that I kind of picked up from, that my dad prioritized money over everything.
That's the worst.
And I'd say I don't prioritize money over everything, but I always believe that I gotta have it because I always feel like somebody else in my life is not going to have it, and I gotta be there for them. With me being the first of 13, with me being the first American born in the entire Senators bloodline, I guess. So I feel like the weight of my family's last name is on my shoulders.
Right.
So I feel like I always gotta have it because
I remember you wanted to talk about that too.
Yeah, because I feel like I gotta have it because somebody else ain't gonna have it. So when the fuck do I have time to be vulnerable to anybody?
Right.
When I'm probably the most successful Senatus there is.
Right. And plus you're the oldest, so that's you got to set an example.
Exactly. So.
Oh, your body language alone was like, oh my God, like, no. I'm the youngest, so I don't know that feeling. Yeah. But at the same time, me being the guy, it gives me some because I'm one of two. Like I have an older sister, but at the same time, me as a guy, I have somewhat of an expectation. Yeah. So, but being the older sibling, bro, I know that has a whole different type of load of expectation.
And then I always tell my siblings, like my brother especially, I don't want y'all to be me. I want y'all to use me as a reference point, but I don't want y'all to be me. Like you would never ever be me as good as I'm being me.
I don't want y'all to be me.
Yeah, I don't want y'all to be me. So I hate when
great.
Yeah, I hate when people go like, and this is one of the biggest expectations. What makes you can't be vulnerable when everybody is like, you see what Travis is doing, be more like Travis. And I'm like, dog, you don't know how much you're damaging these kids. Like they're boys. Let them come into manhood at their own. Only thing you can do is just guide them.
Right.
Why does Travis have to be the reference point for every single person?
That's the rough part about this whole society period, especially in like the entertainment business, because it's sports and stuff. Cause you know they're always looking for the next such and such, the next Michael Jordan,
the next Lamar Jackson,
the next Reggie Bush,
the next Tom Brady.
And no matter how good your career is, like they're always gonna find something bad about it to like slam. Like LeBron, and again, I always gonna find something to about LeBron. LeBron got four rings. He done went to like 9, 10 straight finals. Still ain't good as Jordan because now once they put title, he's gonna be the next Jordan, the chosen one. Now he better be good, even if he's good.
Yeah. But in basketball
talk, do this though.
In basketball talk though, since I am from Miami, D Wade is my goat. I'm taking D Wade over everybody.
Hey,
they tell me to start a franchise with somebody.
I ain't mad at that.
First person
I ain't mad at that.
That boy Wade coming over here.
I ain't mad. Hey,
first person.
Top three shooting guard of all time.
Yeah. He just came out in a terrible time though, bro. He just came out in a terrible time.
As far as retiring or as far as draft picks?
Draft picks. I'm saying not draft picks. Great draft pick. He's like the 5th overall in 2003. He came out during a time where Kobe was too fucking hot. Man, Kobe was too fucking hot. So,
hey man, he got 3 rings. I'll be satisfied.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he
got 3 rings, and one of them he got by himself.
Yeah, I'm sure he's very fulfilled, but D Wade could have been so much better.
He got his own county.
Yeah,
I would be satisfied.
But he just came out in a terrible time, man. Kobe was hot, the league was hot, like shooting guards were just at an all-time premium.
And not to mention, he's again top 3 shooting guard of all time next to Jordan and Kobe.
We should have been.
What can you say? I'm straight.
In my mind, though,
hey, James Harden ain't got nothing on Wade because Wade can at least show up in the playoffs.
Yeah. I'm biased.
I like James.
I'm biased towards D Wade. So whatever you saying praise of Dwayne Wade, you just know I'm rocking with it.
Hey, I love Wade.
Exactly.
Love Wade to the death, man.
But we gotta go back to the
let's go. Y'all know someone. I will find a way to get off on a tangent, but this is an important subject. So back to vulnerability. Oh yeah, being like someone else. Again, that's society will find a way to make you be like. Look at your brothers. Look at you. Look at you could have been just like them, and that will make you feel horrible about yourself.
It gets tiring, and obviously nobody has a reference stick for me because I'm the fucking reference stick. Yeah. Nobody can say be like him.
And you know what?
Be like him?
And I actually just talked about this a couple weeks ago with Uncle when we was talking about mental health the first time.
Yeah.
I think you saw that a couple weeks ago. Yeah. When I was saying society will make you feel like you're not doing nothing right.
Yeah.
Like, cause you will see your friends doing great. They in great shape.
Yeah.
From the guys to the girls.
Yeah.
They traveling outside the country.
Yeah.
They in Mexico. They in Babylon.
Yeah.
Like they in a whole relate. I got friends that are married now.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, you're 22.
Facts.
You're married. I can't get a girl to save my life. I can't get a girl to text back. You're married now.
That boy being.
Wait a minute.
Right there, you just being humble.
You couldn't wait yet.
I know you got them things on you, but
no. I'll show you my text messages. Trust me.
I felt please. I'm not gonna get on that topic.
Yeah, look, we're gonna say it. If you come back next week, we're gonna say that.
Right.
I got stories. Stories.
Bet.
But yeah, all this aside though. But I'm like, yo, society will make you feel bad that you're not doing good as them, man.
And it's just like.
And the funny thing is, you doing okay. I'm in college. I'm doing well. I'm taking a little longer than expected because originally, if I graduated 4 years ago. If I would have went on 4 years, kind of like I wanted to, I would have graduated this past spring.
Yeah, but
I'm doing okay.
But it's okay though. It's okay because your race is your race. I don't want your race to be compared to somebody else's.
Everybody's path is different.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, and for me, I don't have a reference stick. Like, nobody can come to me and be like, be more like him. What do you mean, be more like? Nigga, I'm me.
Yeah.
So
Travis got 2 chains. He getting money. That's Travis.
Exactly. So I don't want. So that's why
Calvin Klein didn't go to school and he got all that. That's Calvin Klein.
That's what I'm saying. This is more of a
You're
message.
Rodney.
This is more of a message to my little brothers, more so than anybody else. I don't want y'all to be like Travis. I understand how frustrating it is when people come to you and be like, be more like Travis. Or Travis is doing this. Why can't you do that too? Like, be you. Sean, Alex,
I'm loving this
Ivans,
episode.
Yuvins, man, even son.
You coming back
Jordan,
again.
Baby Jordan, look, I want all y'all to be yourselves. Just use me as a guideline. Mm-hmm. Use me for information, but I don't want y'all to be like, I gotta be like Travis. Travis got the change. Travis when he got a Rolex. Now I gotta be like Travis at the age of 22 or 21 or 18. I gotta be.
And not to mention trying to keep up with them. People is just tiring, bro.
So I want my siblings.
Cause you know new things are gonna things gonna update, bro.
Exactly.
Like,
I guess
like remember when Sweetie was saying like if he ain't get you with a Birkin, send her back to the streets. Yeah, I got her a Birkin. Guess what? A month later, she gonna want something else.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a different color Birkin that she gonna want.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some new heels that she wants.
Yeah. Thanks.
You know how much I spent on that Birkin? A rent is due.
Bro,
baby got a light bill due. Baby got a gas bill too.
You can't even buy.
Are you gonna be an asset or a liability? Either way, it's gonna cost me.
That was stupid. But yeah, man, that's my message to feeling vulnerable. That to my young men out there, man, if you got you a guy that you consider your best friend, or I understand us guys, we don't like using that best friend word because it feels a little feminine. Which, guys, it's okay to call another man your best friend or whatever the case may be. Or if you feel like you got a partner you rocking with, y'all locked in, it's okay to be vulnerable to him. Yeah. Cause one of y'all have to show the other one that it's okay for everybody else to follow.
Honestly, I didn't know the term best friend was feminine until like 6th grade. I didn't know that.
Exactly. Cause we probably grew up saying that's my best friend.
Yeah.
Until you got to an age where your pops or somebody in your family were like, that can't be your best friend. That's your close friend.
A couple of friends. So my dad didn't care. Well, my dad. I don't think my friend that I considered best friend at the time wasn't really my best friend
Yeah.
because they didn't last long.
Yeah.
I never brought them home and be like, yo, this is such and such. I never met them or anything unless they actually came to the school. But even then, I didn't introduce them to them.
Yeah.
But I never knew that was like quote unquote a feminine term.
And
even if how
exactly, it's not really.
They're a friend, and I've known them the longest, so
and
I'm
closest to them.
Yeah,
my best friend. So it's just weird, bro. And
I'm not even though I'm not calling them that now. It's not because it's a feminine term.
Feminine
term.
I just generally don't use that word. Best friend. I just generally don't use it. Like even my shorty, I look at it, I be like,
I'm from New Orleans. There's a lot of slang that I don't use that's from New Orleans. Like I'm the most un-New Orleanian that you'll ever meet.
Yeah, like,
I don't sound like it at all.
Yeah. So even my shorty, like I won't even call her my best friend. I call her my whole heart, my entire heart, like the love of my life.
Oh, you are so in love.
Oh yeah, I ain't even gonna flag, but
I'm posting that first.
Shit, but
I'm posting that first just so you can get laid tonight. You get laid tonight.
I don't need help, but I got brownie points for these.
I know.
I'm good.
I know. That don't mean you can't get an alley-oop.
Hey, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
I'm posting that tonight.
But I just generally don't use that term. But so all the young men out there and older men, it's okay to feel vulnerable. And I understand with the I Am Athlete podcast, everybody's like they're millionaires, so they don't care about people's opinions. They go feel how they want to feel, yada yada. So to all of us that's not men that watch this podcast, it's okay to feel vulnerable as a man. Like it's okay to show people that you're hurting sometimes and that you need. Not even you need help, you just need somebody to listen.
Right.
Because I tell people all the time, like, when I tell you my problem, I'm not looking for you to have a solution. I probably already got the solution, but I just need to put my problems in the air with another ear listening so I can just relieve some anxiety. Which I don't have anxiety. I don't think I have anxiety or whatever the case is. But just use it as that. Just use it as a coping mechanism, as a form of release.
Right.
So, yeah, so feel vulnerable to other men. It's cool.
Right.
So, Rodney, can you say you feel comfortable feeling vulnerable with other men? At this point, at this juncture in your life?
Not really, because there's not many that I can reach out to.
Yeah.
Like, honestly. Like, there's not many that I felt like, yo, I can call them and I guarantee that they'll answer and they'll listen to me.
Yeah.
I've tried.
Yeah.
Hasn't worked. And I've reached out to them when I've seen them post saying, yo, I've been depressed lately, or I've dealt with this, and I've been like, yo, everything good? Look, man, if you need anything, I'm here. I'm only a call away. I'm a drive away, etc. And nothing. Nothing. And that I wasn't selling wolf tickets. I'm actually a call away.
Yeah.
I remember, and it's not me trying to brag or anything. I remember a dude. I'm not gonna say what.
Don't say no name.
Happened. No, I wasn't gonna say it now. I'm not gonna say what happened, but something happened to him, and he said he needed some like $20, and I didn't have it on me.
Yeah.
But I was like, I could send you $10 through Cash App. I don't know how to use Cash App, but I was like, all I got is $10 in my Cash App because somebody sent it to me for my birthday a year ago. So I was like, is this good enough? He was like, yeah. He was like, hey, bro, and I'll call you out. I was like, all right, cool. I tried calling him. He said, I'm busy at the moment, but I'll talk to you later. Yeah. Still waiting for the call.
Yeah.
I saved his number and everything. Nothing.
Unfortunately, yeah.
And I don't know if he scammed me or not, but I at least felt good, feel like I at least did something for him.
Yeah, I did something for you. My karma gonna come back, so it's okay. And plus, I look at it as like $10, bro. You scammed me out of $10. How fucking broke are you? Hey, no offense.
Oh no, hey,
no offense to anybody, but like, if you get $10 off of me, alright, cool. Hey, I'm straight.
Hey, what it happened actually happened or not? I hope he's okay.
Yeah. Hope he's straight.
But to your question, I've reached out plenty of times. Yeah. I've been in my head for plenty of times. Yeah. And no one has reached out to see if I was okay. Yeah. Well, not no one, but guys.
Yeah.
My own best friend, I call him a lot more times. Did I spell on you?
No.
But
I'm checking the drip.
Okay.
I'm straight. I gotta stay Hollywood at all times. Gotta stay Hollywood. I got to.
That's another thing too.
I gotta stay on profile.
That's another thing too, man. Like we as especially us as black people, we gotta have put on a mask at all times, man. And that sucks.
Yeah, but
that sucks, man.
Yeah, but I'll say like my personal image, like I just gotta always look good at all times. Like even when I sit, I gotta make sure I have the correct posture.
I understand that.
I got the correct posture because
I had a reputation at one point.
I never know who
I
looking,
get it.
so I gotta make sure they understand. I
Oh no, I understand. I had a reputation at one point in time. That was fresh. I lost it, so I'm gonna get it back soon. Yeah. Trust me. Yeah. But I had that reputation at one point. But I'm not saying as far as like freshness. I'm saying as far as like
facade.
Yes.
Being a strong alpha male.
Like if you like the 3 years prior to November at least COVID. Well, half of COVID, maybe at least before June, July-ish. Yeah. If you ever asked me how I was doing and I told you I was hanging in there, most likely that's translation for help me. I'm dying inside. Mm-hmm. I'm smiling when in reality I'm crying. And I'm going through a lot.
And you know what's crazy? I'm one of those people, I have like a default automatic answer. For example, somebody asks me, how you doing? I say, I'm doing well. That's an automatic answer, right? I could just find out that I lost $10,000. I'm like, I'm doing well. I could have found out that somebody died. I'm like, I'm doing well. It's a default answer. And I understand a lot of men have default answers, and that hurts so many people, bro. Because that default answer is short, sweet, to the point, easy, you ain't got to explain it. But it hurts so many people, fam. Like, I gotta say, I've probably hurt some of the people I care about the most, I deeply love the most, with default answers, and it's because it's hard. It's hard trying to spill, like, trying to give them a little bit of how you feeling or what's really going on without overspilling, feeling like you're overwhelming that person. So a lot of times I'm giving people default answers. Like, not too long ago, I had a little family thing going on, and I'm talking about I'm going to work. My fucking heart's in my ass, fam. And everybody's like, how you doing today? I'm like, I'm doing well. Everybody like, what's going on? I'm like, shit, just another day in your paradise. And it's just like, it's default answers when in the meantime my head is going. I'm like, Jesus, I hope this works. Jesus, I hope I'm praying, like, going through things. So, yeah, but I feel like a lot of men, like you say, have facades. We have default answers for everything. You get in an argument with somebody, you're like, if you don't like it, then leave. Like, it's a default answer versus you telling that person, this is how I feel about the situation, this is that, this, that, and the third, and this is what I really want to happen. Versus, you know, you give them a default answer, like, if you don't like it, leave them.
No, I'm not cool. I'm just want to argue with niggas. Like, I'm trying to be at peace. I'm like, well, depending on the person that I end up arguing with. I'm like, man, look, cause I know who you are. I know how you are. And I don't feel arguing with you.
And the crazy thing is, dude, sometimes it's not even an argument. The other person just want to get through to you. Just want you to hear them. But your default answer so locked in, you like, no matter what you say, fam, I don't say what I say, so it is what it is. And you're just like, damn, like.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, cause like, that's what I meant, cause us arguing is most likely me trying to tell you how I feel. Most likely you're not gonna listen, cause when I tell you how I feel, you're gonna be like, well, Rodney, you just need to understand. So you're not gonna understand where I'm coming from at all.
Yeah.
Like, you don't think, because I'm an overthinker. That's my blessing and my curse. I overthink a lot of things. So it's like, so you don't think I know how you feel, but you don't not once at least understand where I'm coming from here. Yeah. So what are we talking about?
So yeah, I understand that, fam. So where I'm at my point in life now, when I'm listening to somebody to let them know that I acknowledge them, I heard them, I feel where they're coming from.
Damn, we had 43 minutes.
Damn. Yeah, they got it long.
Hey, we might do a part 3 one day. So
definitely.
But yeah, go ahead, and then we're gonna try to go to our last.
Subject, man, just be vulnerable, fam. Just be vulnerable.
Nah, don't just end it off that. Just
be vulnerable. Cause I could have lost my train of thought, but I spent back to it. I spent back to it, part 3.
All right, hey.
Damn.
All right. I'll say this. For one, I've said this plenty of times before on the show. I'll say it again. Ladies, fellas, especially men, check on your strong friend.
Yeah.
Make sure because the role of being a strong friend, that's a burden. Trust me, I know. I'm not saying I'm everybody's strong. I don't want to be nobody's strong friend. Trust me. I'm dealt with it. I'm like, hey, look, I've had the role a couple of times. Like, you know what? This ain't it. This ain't it. Yeah. I don't want it. I don't need it. I ain't got time for it. I don't know why I volunteered. I'm glad no one accepted it. Like, hey, check on them. Just check on them for one. 2.
I feel like being a strong friend, though, you don't volunteer, though, fam. People just come to you.
Well,
people just
yeah, well,
people
that.
just confide in you.
But I'm saying volunteering as in like, yo, if you need an ear,
Yeah,
etc.
yeah,
like, I'm here. And I'm not saying I'm only joking when I say I like people don't. I'm glad nobody accepts. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
But yeah, but like, yo, you know when people say like, yo, I'd rather listen to your story than be there at your funeral. Don't just say it. Actually mean it. Like, cause at the end of the day, you never know what these people need. I remember yesterday I was watching Beyond the Light for the first time as an adult. You ever seen that movie?
I'm trying to think about it now.
With the London black girl who was a singer and she was dating a security guard.
I've only seen like the memes on Twitter. I've actually never seen the movie. Yeah. I think like I seen like a meme, but it was like
she was trying to commit suicide and dude saved her.
Nah, I got you. I might have to watch it.
If y'all know what I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about. She was crying for help.
Yeah.
All she needed was someone to be there to actually listen.
Yeah.
Be that person but don't fall in love with it. Unless.
You're gonna be like me out here a simp. But I do.
Oh yeah, don't be those type of niggas. Like don't just try to do that just to get some. Like that, if you do that, you a sucker. Like case in point, straight point blank period. Don't be that nigga. But be an ear for somebody for real. Yeah. Make sure they're okay, men or women, but men especially. And guys, be there for each other, man. Like we already got hard as it is, especially as black men, bro. Like we can't just rely on women to be there for us, man. We gotta rely on everybody. Cause if we don't be there for us, who will?
Yeah.
That's what I gotta say on that, man. Any last word before we get to our last subjects?
Be vulnerable. That's it.
Hey. Vulnerable. So, you want to take a break or just go next?
I'm fine. I'm cool.
All right. Look, I haven't done a break in months.
Yeah,
I'm down to go straight to it. I'm just saying I haven't done a break in months. It's so much for the music. All right, so next subject.